You want the current intel now, and then expand on your context as available. This should all go without saying, but most people who have never dealt with Islam aren't qualified to speak to it, and those who have are not allowed. I certify they are not here for my submission, and if they were, I would be betraying their faith to bow to inferior Muslims. People are just trash. 30 years into a 20-year war on terror takes Washington a minute to pop their pointy little heads out of their silk tie asses. The war on terror evidently is the school shootings, a bunch of fat, bought out hogs trying to prove it ain't them. We're not the gays. These kids are just born that way. They're for sale. Islam means peace. It means submission. It means you try to do anything about it. You go after your friends and family. Islam, trained, groomed, conditioned, primped, powdered, and pressed, young, supple, live, nubile, for sale. So when do we know the war on terror is over? Well, these don't ask, don't tell, privacy act communists can stop telling us to shut up. Anonymous means gay mafia. They attacked Britain in the 16th, 17th century. Freud was a raging homosexual, cocaine retailer, fugitive in exile. This is who wrote the basis for your concept of mental health and invented the fluoride that made the Jews too stupid to, well, it suppressed their survival instinct to the degree where they could participate in their own genocide, eat dinner, go to bed, get up and do it again the next day. So the Navy, JAG is going to prosecute, and then we'll know. JAG will prosecute, or they will. Who wants to get promoted for something useful for once? Navy. Who wants to win a war for the first time since Korea? What are the possible definitions of serving your country overseas or serving us here? If you can't be relied upon to go kill or be killed on our behalf over there, well, what makes you think you're qualified to kill or be killed by us here? Entire planet's being taken over by homos and fucking retards. That's what the messenger of Allah does. He comes to your farm, he props up some potential prospective piggy, pins a little badge on him, and the piggy says, "But I don't know how to run a casino." And the messenger says, "That's fine, hold position." Feeds him and feeds him until it blows up in his face and takes us all with him. You cannot ban extraordinary rendition without suspending powers of arrest. Christopher Hitchens didn't even get any water up his nose. Talking about that's torture. I'm sure he'll never approach a glass of water the same. Never forget that time, that segment I did. You see, kids, from time to time, somebody messes with the phone company. So, being diplomats, not terrorists, we first do no harm, knockety knock knock, and then we kick the door to splinters and wash their face till they learn how to sing. Blah, 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 blah. The internet is a world wide web. Any rule we can break, they can break better. So the days of black site, hostage exchange scenarios is over. You can be our guest until your terrorist friends finish killing each other. And then you can either go back to your terrorist-free community or come see what you were fighting against. And that would be the Christian thing to do. It's the Russians. It's the Muslims. Well, it is the Muslims. But it's not necessarily just the brown ones. First, do no harm. Or you're not a doctor. Lily white Muslims walking around in broad daylight, blaming the Mexicans. I've never met a Mexican foreign deficit advisor. We had JFK, Vietnam, which was an atrocity. Roe versus Wade's like, make love, not war. They legalized recreational abortions and call 18-year-olds baby killers. And then we come back and they spit on us. What am I going to do now? Protest is the only thing I know. My only life skill. We got the Levian Satanic Bible, NAFTA, prison for profit. It's illegal in a democracy. Canadian independence. Put a foreign monarch on the money. The elves shall struggle under the yoke of Santa no more. Santa's oppression. But I digress. Skip ahead. So then there's the copper penny. They turn to zinc, the paper money of coinage, and then Reagan gets shot and trickle down economics. Social Security will never pow. And then we got Prozac. And it turns out they were dumping it in the water and claiming it on insurance beyond the Privacy Act. Miracle cure for depression. It's cocaine. They're sending cocaine. Gotta be the shoes. Can't be my campaign fund. 89 Berlin walls. Russia's like, we gotta get in on that. Alright, they're commies now? Alright, we're capitalists. Putin is a dangerous man. Look at him. Now look at Uncle Joe. But look at Trump. Can't even tie a tie. Orwell said, the future is a boot stomping on a human face forever. He was talking about the swine. Thanks to this swine, I have met people I otherwise never would have. People who would tie you up and let you watch them rape your wife. Oh, you didn't do anything wrong? Well, you're not under arrest. You're just being detained. You match a description. Uh-oh. Everybody in the APC, whole precinct trying to pile into one armored personnel carrier like a clown car. Defund the police. Oh, I guess we can't keep these body cams. Can't afford the gasoline for our getaway vehicle. Texas, you remember what I told you they want to do to Houston? You're too fucking stupid to remember that far back. Yeah, they still work for free, but what happened to your oil? These goddamn commies. These homos are calling us crazy, Houston.